So on Monday I went to the Tate Liverpool gallery and visited the current exhibition, which happens to be Alice in Wonderland, which is quite a popular story, made into several films and used as references in songs and paintings, and basically it's just very popular. So I think for an exhibition they've got a lot of material to work from at the very least. So you can imagine that it would be, well, it's quite easy to, find material to do with Alice in Wonderland. And given that they're the Tate, they'll have had quite a big budget for doing so and ability to source material. So they spent about 2 years trying to find things for this exhibition. So it's quite a build-up to this exhibition. I was expecting it to be, quite big, especially since I think it's the curator who this will be the last exhibition he does at the Tate. So this is like his sending off show, I guess. He wanted to do this, he planned it for 2 years, and here it is, Alice in Wonderland exhibition. My teacher, we were discussing with it that it's on 2 floors. It's on the first floor and the top floor. And the top floor is completely in date order, it's chronological, and you walk around, it's a bit like a normal gallery really, I guess. But on the bottom floor it's more sort of modern, I guess. Where the pieces in the bottom floor are things, well, there's only about 4 pieces in the bottom floor, but a couple of them are on the ceiling, sort of. So in my opinion, the bottom floor is the stronger of the floors because it relates more to Alice in Wonderland, because in Alice in Wonderland, the story, she grows big and she shrinks, things like that. And so to involve the viewer by having the viewer have to look up to find artwork or think about size, such as that, is more involving than just to have pieces in a row on a wall, like in any gallery they are. I mean, I think personally that top floor was quite weak in that sense, because it could have been any exhibition, just having them chronologically side by side on the walls, on white walls mainly. I mean, I understand that the top floor is split into 3 rooms. One of the rooms had red walls for the time period that chronologically it was set in, but still, it's still just painted walls and paintings hung up side by side. It doesn't involve the viewer in being bigger or smaller or anything. I was thinking about how I would have done an Alice in Wonderland exhibition, if I was in control. I was thinking you could lower the ceiling, or just have a fake ceiling put in, or perhaps ramps to make the viewer go up and down, or perhaps you could have, I mean, these are quite literal suggestions. I guess you could say I'm being too literal about the idea of height, but to me they weren't literal enough. They just had paintings side by side. They've got the theme of something that really affected the surrealists, something that had such a big storyline and affected music, affected art, affected literature, and to me the top floor didn't act like that. It just acted like it was just another exhibition that they were just running out and sticking paintings on the wall side by side. So I might think of it as, well, they weren't literal enough. So my suggestions might not be perfect, but their suggestions were nothing, basically. That's what I'm going to get at. Their suggestions were just chronological order. I think you can have things in chronological order and involving. Like, instead of hanging them side by side directly, you could have them side by side, but some higher and some lower than others, so that the viewer has to, I don't know, I think it would be funny if a viewer had to get right down and crawl on the floor to see some of the paintings, and then you would feel a bit giant or tiny. That's just the way I think that it could have gone. But anyway, the bottom floor was a bit different because it had things that were high up. For instance, someone had put a line all around the room at 9 feet, which you didn't realise until reading the board, and someone said in my class that that was bad because you didn't realise it was there without reading. But I think that involves the viewer, because you've got to read things to find out or something, and then you turn around and you look up and down, find the things. I think that's quite involving, having to find things and having to read things and find the clues and look around and explore, basically. I don't think things should just be handed to you on a plate and you walk into a gallery and go, oh, that's it there on the wall. Oh, okay, and then move on. I think that is just too ordinary for Alice in Wonderland. So, and another one was the one with all the neon words up on the ceiling, hanging down from the ceiling, and they were all very high up. My teacher said that he didn't think it linked enough to Alice in Wonderland because, they're just words hanging down, basically. But I think, considering it, they were all high up, which again is the height thing, which is quite involving. I didn't get to read all the words, so I'm not sure if they all linked to Alice in Wonderland directly, but I'm sure that some of them did. Well, at least I did think the work was good, and I understand that it took quite a long time to build this exhibition and find all that work, and all of the work upstairs and downstairs was very good quality, I think, but still it was just the way it was displayed and exhibited could have been better, in my opinion.